way it did, because it was pretty much 50-50 on paper, but I mean, he really smoked him.
Well, we have been following, Spence for a long time, so that just gave me a lot of time to study him and study his style. So when the time came, I mean, it was pretty easy because I knew exactly what Terrence was going to do. I mean, we worked on it from day in and day out for 5 years.
The best Terence Crawford that night, and also, do you believe that was the best Errol Spence Jr. that night as well?
Well, I believe Terrence can be better, depending on what he got in front of him. And as far as the best Errol Spence, I never seen him fight live, so I couldn't tell you. I know he's fought better and better fights. He looked better in fights. But going into this fight, he weighed in the same just as much as Terrence did. He had to do the same thing as Terrence did. So is that the best version I've seen of him? I don't know. We'll see what he's going to look like his next fight. So if he do rematch Terrence, same thing probably is going to happen.
What up, fight fans? Welcome back to the channel. Be sure to go to Ring IQ TV to check out the full interview. Now let's dive into it. Bomac stated the obvious. He stated something I've always been thinking. I said, man, they've been studying my guy for 5 years. And that night it showed. That's why it looked so easy. And all that told me was that they had the better game plan that night. And Terrence Crawford, showed that he was definitely the best fighter in the welterweight division. And there's no question about that. As an Errol Spence fan, just gotta be real about it, man. I love the sport of boxing, and that's just what I saw. He looked fantastic that night. And if we're being honest here, Errol Spence would have got stopped in the second round had it been more time on the clock. And everybody would have really been surprised. But I just like to state the facts here. I don't believe in going off of assumptions. It could have been this, could have been that. I truly believe that Bomac and his team did a great job on preparing for Errol Spence. Seemed like everything that Derek James and Errol Spence stood for when they said that they don't believe in tune-up fights. They don't watch film on fighters. It all backfired on them. That's what I truly believe happened. You learn a lot about a fighter after their first loss. Let's see what Errol Spence do. Can he overcome this? It's another challenge in his life. He went through the car accident. He overcame that. Let's see, can he overcome this one? I just want to give a quick layout on what it looks like for him. My opinion, I think Errol Spence has a good 5 fights left in him. And if I'm in his team, if I'm in his corner, we're not throwing him back in there with Terrence Crawford right now. We're not doing that just a second. It's not happening. We got to protect him. We got to build him back up. Get him in there, get him a tune-up fight. Terrence Crawford, he's the best, but guess what? He took a tune-up. Who said tune-ups are bad? Tune-ups don't expose you. I mean, who said tune-ups are bad? He took a tune-up fight, and obviously it helped him. So that's what it is. I will put him in there, entertain the Brian Castano if they're open to it, Tony Harrison, Tim Tszyu. Forget about that loss. Move forward at 54. Go become champion at 54. If you're really a champion, go do it all over again at 54. That's what it is. Jamel Charlo, he's going to be stripped of his belts the moment the bell ring against Canelo Alvarez. So one of them belts going down to Tim Tszyu. Why not go take it from him? And try to go for undisputed at 54. Why not? Who cares? He got to fight his guy, Charlo. Who cares? Start all over, do it again. That's my take on it. Terrence Crawford, hats off to you. And he did what he had to do. I'm not about the excuses. I don't believe in assumptions. Assumptions makes a fool out of all of us. So just call it like I see it. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm out.